if the question is rephrased as to go, like, can you do it? Then yeah.
For the Leland Podcast!
Ooh, we sped back up into it. You didn't do it last week. I was disappointed. Glad to see it's back.
Yes. There's more weight this week. And I'm more prepared too.
I'm glad one of us is.
Alright, we got groups. The first round robin has concluded. But before we get into that,
These are facts.
Before we get into that or anything in the rest of the show, we got some breaking news that happened like 3 days ago, so it's not really breaking anymore. But Bjergsen has re-signed with TSM, and I am so damn happy. So happy.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean,
all that like stress that I was feeling for
why were
him
you stressed?
leaving.
I'm gonna use your words here. He didn't have anywhere to go. Right? Like, where is he going?
The answer was 100 Thieves. That's the only option he had that wasn't an import.
And that's not that, and they're not gonna pay him like TSM's gonna pay him.
I think TSM gave him ownership because there was an article that said they gave him ownership.
Did they really?
Yeah, well, a portion.
Then he's definitely not leaving because he's about to make bank.
No, he can't leave now. Unless he sells his stuff.
Oh my god, he's a part owner. But he's about to make so much money.
To be fair, Hyde had a ownership stake in Cloud9 and had to leave, to drop his when he moved over to FlyQuest. Which, if I'm looking at Hyde right now, I'm like, man, that was a poor decision.
Yeah, you know.
But chill.
Can't all be winners.
Yeah. Okay, so, how was this week?
Dude.
How was this week, Matt? Did you enjoy this week? Was it a pleasant time for you?
Yikes. Yikes, my dude, is what I'm going to say to that one. Okay, there were definitely games that were harder to watch than others. Yikes. C9, we'll talk about later. Oh, Christ alive. There are a few games where I was like, literally, who gives a shit about the winner of this game? Like that AHQ Dem 1 game, I'm pretty sure I'm like, why am I watching
Oh
this?
my god, who was I watching? I was watching like Gav and J Team or like I don't know, any game in Group B that doesn't include J Team versus FPX. I don't even give a shit anymore.
My thing is like, dude, I know we're not going to talk about this on the podcast. I know I don't care about the winner of this game. Why am I watching it? For what reason?
Oh my god. Watching anyone play AHQ just makes me depressed. CG just similar. But either way, there was a problem on their stream where it would just keep like apparently it was happening in studio too, where their audio and video would hiccup because every time it happened, the crowd would cheer. So it would just like bug out.
Didn't notice that because I watch everything muted, like you know.
Yeah, but the video stalls too.
Oh, that's fair. I watch everything muted and in a different tab.
I
basically get the watch rewards and then I leave. I get watch rewards and bail.
Oh my god. So, alright, let's get into the groups here. Group A, starting it off. Gonna rip off the band-aid, Matt. How was Group A? Actually, I'm gonna pop up the standings here for you. Okay. Was it good? Was it bad? Are you sad? Are you mad?
Wait, what's the question?
How was Group A?
Oh, can we not?
No, we can't.
Group A. Listen, this is not the time for me to talk about Cloud9, so I'm not going to get too deep into it because we have some. I'm actually.
Yeah, you don't have to focus on them. Just.
Yeah, I also okay. I actually think Group A is pretty entertaining to watch. I actually think that their matches are all pretty high quality, generally speaking. There are some other groups like we talked about where I'm like, I just don't give a shit. But there's like at least, just because of the teams in Group A, there's every single game guaranteed at least one team I think is going to play well or potentially play well or be entertaining to watch. So for me, Group A is actually pretty nice to watch. How about you?
Group A is one of the better groups for me to watch. Even Hong Kong Attitude, one of the last place teams, I honestly find a bit entertaining to watch.
I just like don't care if they win or not.
Kind of long. They have a 38.5-minute game time, and dear lord, have games been going kind of long. But
yes, which we're talking about later. But
the fact that they could pull it so long kind of speaks to me that they're bringing it close. If you can bring a game to 40 minutes reliably, that means that every single game you're playing has basically become 50-50. So, I don't. I don't think they're making it out of this group at any stretch because they're 0-3, but they've impressed me, like a good bit. But still, I don't think they're winning another game. But they'll entertain me. So, what's your thoughts on G2 and Griffin?
G2 looks nuts. Griffin looks pretty good.
I think Griffin is like ramping up right now. I think they have quite a bit further to go in their ceiling, and if they do make it out of this group, I don't see them. I can totally see them probably making semifinals, but that also implies that they don't implode in the next week. Have you heard about what's happening with the coach they fired?
No.
So apparently they fired the coach, and now he's sort of exposing them for how awful their management is.
Yikes.
So
tell me about it.
You really want me to get into details?
I mean, not like a lot, just like give me a TLDR.
I don't know. They're really elitist because apparently that's not very uncommon in a lot of the Korean business space, especially in like Korean esports. One of their managers said something about being a better StarCraft pro than somebody, and they had more wins under their belt, so they were better than them, and the other guy needed to shut up. And it's just like, well, what's happening here? Why are we? What the fuck does winning StarCraft games mean about managing an esports team? Like what?
I mean everything, by the way.
Yeah,
you're all the little
totally.
Marines or Zerglings running around, dude. If you can micro faker, dude, you
gotta get that 200 APM macro going on your business.
Easiest call of my life, by the way.
So I'm not super dived into it, but I'm just like, why did Griffin fire their coach and then just tell him to fuck off because they have more StarCraft wins? I'm sure that's not exactly what happened, but like, why does StarCraft have anything to do with this?
It would be very funny if that was exactly what happened.
It's not that far from the truth, to be honest.
It's very funny,
but he didn't
though.
Say you're fired because you're not good at StarCraft. He said
you're
fired because we didn't win the LCK in the 2 times we were in the final. And I'm just sitting here like, you made the finals twice in your first like 3. Did they make it 3 times? I don't know. In their first 3 seasons, they made the final. They made the finals. They made playoffs. Like, they're doing good. They're a growing organization. They've only been there since last summer. Why the fuck are you firing your coach who has been doing a great job? Jesus Christ. Ugh.
They would pick him up, Paymon, or they're going to pick him up? I'm pretty sure you have to be good at StarCraft to be on KT, so...
I do agree. I think G2 is probably crazy. I think they're gonna probably win this group.
G2 is fucking insane.
They look like they have so many different random ass strategies they're gonna pull out, and I don't see them stopping anytime soon.
Come on, cite your goddamn sources, by the way. How am I supposed to know this information if you're not going to tell me where it's from?
What?
Tell me about Group B, please.
Group B. Okay.
No, we're moving past it. Group B.
Group B. All right. So this group is kind of got a monkey wrench thrown into it. Who was the team that FunPlus lost to? Did they lose the J team? Yes, FunPlus lost the J team. So I have no idea how this group's gonna pan out. I can't predict anything. I could probably say that J team and FunPlus are probably gonna make it out of this group. But that's assuming no one else throws another monkey wrench into it, which when you're running
Oh shit.
When you're running around with
I was looking at the wrong fucking tab. I was looking at playing groups. I was like, Group B is Splice, Isurus, and Dian. I was like, what? And then I was like, oh nope, I'm just an idiot.
So when you have a Vietnamese team, the Vietnamese team seem to pull out whatever random shit comes to their mind 20 minutes before the match that they apparently have 6 months of practice
Guys,
on.
I'm thinking about doing Kiana support with AP Talon ADC. Thoughts? We're in. Lock it in. We've been playing it for a year.
What if we funnel Nocturne to level 6 while everyone's still level 3? Is that gonna work? No, but we're doing it anyways. Oh my god, we won a game.
What if we funnel Braum? That's it.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm off the team because I'm not good enough at StarCraft. Understood. Catch you later.
I'm gonna go play Funnel Braum top.
I'm gonna hit the ladder. Try to get my Zerg points up.
Oh my god. So,
anyway,
I don't. Fun Plus Face looks like they've been ramping up too. They've been getting a lot better.
No, JT looks fine.
They look okay. Yeah. Who did they lose to though? JT lost to somebody, and it wasn't Fun Plus. It was Gam. JT lost to Gam. You see what I mean by wrenches?
It's like that, dude. Sometimes you're just the Gigabyte Marines without the Gigabyte.
Well, they are. They are.
Sometimes you're just like Look,
I like tune out every
group.
Card.
I like tune out every single Group B game.
It's such a wild card, and nobody can predict this group.
It's a wild card. No one can predict it, and I don't care about any of it.
This group is going to be a bracket breaker.
Oh yeah,
no
dude.
matter what.
I wouldn't be surprised if all 4 of them got out of Group B, or all 4 of them didn't advance. They'd find a way.
I'd be surprised if Fun Plus doesn't get out of this group.
But I would be surprised if they didn't find a way, dude.
Look, there has to be one Chinese team that shits the bed, and so far they're all 2-1. So...
Hey man, we got more time left in this bad boy.
You're right, we have week 2, but week 2 is NA's time to fail.
Well, okay, some NA teams have... 2 of the 3 NA teams are already failing.
Sure.
We'll talk about that later.
Want to go Group C,
bud. Group C.
I'm scared of SKT.
Dude, me freaking too, by the way.
Oh my god. SKT
G2 SKT finals, almost certainly, by the way.
Oh my god, yes, I want that. I want to see that right now. If out of all these teams that I'm looking at right now, G2 SKT, those are like my favorites for the final, and RNG is close to third right there. Like they're just barely out of it. RNG.
Oh,
RNG has been looking good. I think their only loss is to...
Bro, I got AHQ clutch in the finals. Let's get it.
Wait, yes. The
long ball, dude.
Oh, Gigabyte Marines HK. Let's go. Let's go, underdogs.
I mean, dude, you're saying it like I don't want it.
Well, here's the thing, is that J-Team is actually the Taipei Assassins. They changed their name into that. So JT makes it into playoffs. We got TPA back, boys. I want to if they win Worlds, I want a TPA reference in the J team.
I just want them to do J team, but all the original TPA skins. That'd be fun.
Are you as surprised as I am to see Fnatic shitting the bed this hard?
No.
No?
No, because I always expect one of the good teams to not do good.
Really?
Dude, how many times have the good teams... And your thought
it was Fnatic, a team that has been really
stable? No.
For
it wasn't my vote. It's just not a shock to me. Because, also, look who they're not doing good into.
Fair,
RNG and SKT. It's It's of course you're not doing good into SKT and RNG. Right? Look at that lineup. It's crazy. It's fucking... If Fnatic was in Group B and in 3rd place, I'd be like, that's fucked. That's fucked. But they're not. They're in Group C. That's a hard group.
Yeah, Group C is titled the Group of Death for a reason.
Look at that. Have you seen SKT play League of Legends?
I think the only way this team gets more stacked is if C9 actually finished.
By the way.
If C9 actually finished 3rd in NA and then got placed there instead. That's the only way that this group gets more stacked. Or maybe if TSM had gone instead of Clutch Gaming, just because people would have said it was more stacked.
Yeah, they would have done just as bad though.
So it's just... I don't know. So
are you just gonna ignore my flame?
A little bit. Fair enough. Looking at RNG real quick, they've shown to basically play whatever the fuck and Xayah.
Yo, but Xayah is insane right
Uzi has played Xayah 3 times. And he has like a 8 KDA. He has the highest KP on his team. It's just Like they picked. Oh wait. Did they pick Kale in the game against SKT? Hang on.
I don't know. I don't have the list,
If they picked Kale against SKT, no, they didn't. They picked Zoe.
Can somebody tell me what the fuck came on once? By the way, anyway.
I forget. There was some team that played like super hyper scaling, and they just stalled it out and won. I don't remember, but I don't know. I don't know. The SKT RNG game was like the best game. I think I've seen this whole tournament.
It was extremely well done.
How long was this game?
I said well done like it was a movie.
This is a 42-minute game with 7 dragons taken and 3 barons. Like, Jesus. This game was crazy. And it only had, 40 kills-ish? In 42 minutes? That's a kill a minute. That's a good bit, but still, this game was awesome and I loved it. I want more games like this, but I'm not gonna get more games like this. I'm gonna get one more game like this and that's it. Actually, I might get more games like this out of Group D.
You might, probably not.
Segue. Group D.
Group D. This group is also fun to watch.
I think this group is basically exactly where a lot of people probably thought it would end up.
Yeah, a 3-way tie for first and 0-3 HH.
Yeah, right there.
Yikes.
Everyone's sort of, at least at the top, are really just sort of trading off on each other. I would not be shocked if there's a 3-way tie for first in this group. That would be very interesting to me. But at the same time, one game from AHQ on any of them, and the whole thing's over. Mind you, I don't think AHQ is going to go anywhere. Because AHQ has a below average. The average time is somewhere around 34 minutes, and AHQ has a 33-minute game time. So that means they're losing a lot faster than most teams. So I'm pretty sure that AHQ are just going to get rolled on. And it's not going to even be close. They don't look like they're able to play the game to me. And, well, at least they're not able to play the game at this level, and I don't see them really making any plays. But they only need to make one move to change this whole group. Thoughts?
I think you're basically right.
AHQ did not beat IG. Haymont, check your facts.
Yeah, Haymont, get your... I'm gonna ban you. I can't ban you. I'm gonna pay Anthony to ban you. No, I think you're basically right. Like, AHQ just doesn't look like they can compete on the same level. It would have to be a crazy upset and a bunch of, like, huge momentum swings. My bad, AHQ almost beat IG. That's a big almost, anyway. I think you're just right.
I think
it was competitive. You're just walking back the AHQ claim so hard, dude.
So, I think that, Damwon are actually a little better than I really kind of pegged them at to be. I guess they were being a little bit complacent back in play-ins, but at the same time, I still think that like TL's beaten them. They only are up because they beat IG, and IG have beaten TL, so it means that we're having that rock paper scissors again. So,
and that's my favorite League of Legends game.
Rock paper scissors. Says the man who plays AD carry.
I mean, that roll is not rock, paper, scissors. That roll is a straight coin flip.
Exactly.
What?
Nothing. So
but that's why I like rock, paper, scissors. It's one more option than I get.
So I'm kind of hoping that these 3 teams will level up by the time they play, which is...
Who do you want to level up?
I want these 3 teams to level up between now and...
Oh,
they're the last team. They play Sunday. So they have until Sunday to level up, and my god, am I excited to see that happen. They
what do you mean by level up?
Like, just be better. Like, get better. Come out with some new shit. They got 4 more days to come out with some new shit, and I'm loving it. I want it. Like, that's time. That's more time than freaking Group B is getting. Group B is starting tomorrow at 9, and dear Lord, is that going to be funny. Oh.
Dear Lord, I can't wait to not watch any of those games because I'll be busy tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Oh, I'm gonna die laughing watching all these games. I love it when they go to like each day as a group, because it means you get to like suss out that entire group in one day and decisions get made, and I love it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of group stage is like the all in one days. I wish that they would do this like every time, like the starter groups. But at the same time, it's good for exposure. Like, they get everyone in a more distributed manner instead of having, like, everyone play on 2 days. You get everyone on
It's probably good for exhaustion coming into the tournament.
I don't think it makes that big of a difference.
Yeah, me either. I thought I was wrong as soon as I said it out loud. But
because they still have to practice every other day. Like, no, as soon as they stop playing their games, I guarantee
once you get into Worlds, do you have to practice? No.
You can play Fortnite. That was happening last year.
Well, you know.
All right.
Didn't Fortnite just have a thing? This is not a Fortnite podcast. I don't care.
No. All right. That's it for our group coverage. I don't think there's much else to say. I'm looking forward to the fiesta that is Group B sussing out, because that'll be entertaining.
I'm looking forward to an entire day dedicated to a fucking clown fiesta.
I'm gonna have La Cucaracha and the Benny Hill theme playing the whole time.
Okay, dude, let's get to meta talk. What were you surprised to see?
Kale. 100% Kale. Did not see Kale coming, mostly because I thought the game was going to accelerate, and it's actually slowed down.
Yes.
So, at the same time, Renekton has come up, but they have been pushing Renekton to have more late game power, and Spear of Sojin has been, like, propping him up a little bit, but they're removing it in, like, a month. So thank Jesus.
What are they removing in a month?
Huh? They're removing Spear of Sojin in preseason. Hello? Matt?
Yes, I'm thinking, sorry.
So, those two picks really, really surprised me.
Is Pantheon only 100% pick ban?
Yes, Pantheon has been 100% pick ban the entire time. Actually, let me switch over.
Well, he's actually been 100% banned, but
to my top picks. Now, for the top 5 picks, I'm sorry, I have top 6 here because there's a tie for 6th place. We have Pantheon, Kiana, Syndra, Renekton, Kale, then Akali. Now, Akali has been getting a lot more picks than any of these other champs, almost double all of them, and has raw 50% win rate, which kind of tells me that she's not really a strong pick. She's a round 2 ban, and she's very situational because she can probably get rolled over.
Situational or a comfort pick.
Like, I'm pretty sure Renekton can roll over her. Kale is okay because once you hit level 11, you can auto attack the minions around her when you're fighting her to, like, hit her, and it's broken and easy. Kiana, I'm not surprised to see Kiana, but I'm surprised I'm seeing as much Kiana as I am, because I just didn't really, like, see that coming. That Kiana would become that prevalent. I thought she'd be a niche pick for a few people. I thought that she would definitely be here, but I didn't think everybody would be playing her like they are.
Yeah.
Also, I am surprised about Pantheon. Who are you surprised about? Matt?
I'm just trying to think about this Kiana. I expected actually Kiana. I mean, I'm not surprised with 88 presence. I'm a little surprised she's not a higher. I'm surprised Yuumi isn't on the list.
Yuumi has only had 10 games.
I know, which is what I'm saying is surprising. Because she's insane.
I mean, they nerfed her slow.
That's true. Can you answer Haymon's question, by the way? How do you like Kaelin to Gare and Yuumi?
I thought it was a great counter to that. I thought it worked out great. It's just, he's melee. What's he gonna do? I have a support now. I'm Kale with a support. This is stupid. So I do take a little issue with the sharing XP, but at the same time, after level 6, you can just send the support to wherever and give her solo farm.
That's true.
Also, wait, did they run that with a Tristana? If they ran that with a Tristana, the support's basically supporting 2 champions. Yes, they ran it with Tristana.
That's a fair point on the Yuumi nerf. I still think she's pretty good. I I don't know. I didn't expect the games to go as long as they've been going, but I do expect games to slow down a little bit in Worlds. Or like when I say slow down a bit, I mean like go longer. Just because teams are trying like way fucking more, right?
I expect them the time to go down. Like that happens a lot every year. The meta settles and the game time goes down.
That's fair. I mean, maybe the meta's just settled in a place such that the meta requires longer games, right? Which makes sense. These champions, some of them anyway. Not at all shocked about the 100% ban rate on Pantheon, by the way. Not at all shocked.
Really? I don't know. I haven't been playing a lot of League recently, but at the same time, I played.
No, it's not because I think it's good. It's because I'm just like, how many of them were practicing it? How many of them were as comfortable on it? How many of them wanted to get picked against like? Have some random ass team just pick it and meme on them, right? Like,
I mean, they're playing Kiana and Yumi and Kale. These are like Kale just got one big change. Like
it's fair. No, I don't know. It's just not surprising, you know.
I don't know. I'm surprised by the Pantheon pick. I honestly want to see somebody pick him and prove to me that he's worth these 24 bans he's gotten, but I don't know if I'm going to get that. So, have you been like paying close attention to the bot lane meta and how it's basically just Xayah and Kai'Sa, and they're banning Syndra and Kale the whole time?
I love it. I love it because I'm really good at those two champions. The other, it's actually kind of Jesus Christ. Excuse me. I think I'm dying on stream, by the way.
Please, I need the fuse.
Yeah, no, I think you're gonna be like, please no, TOS, dude. Like,
I'll take the ban.
I'll take the ban for the fucking blaze of glory. Hey, dude, I got you, buddy. Watch this. Just salute you, pal. It also seems like outside, like Kai'Sa and Xayah are your like traditional marksmen, but it also seems like the best champions outside of those two traditional marksmen. Obviously, like Sif or Caitlyn are both like playable if they're not banned. I don't think they're super good in a lot of comps that have been showing up. Siv's never like trash or whatever, but like you said, banned a lot because she's so good with utility. But I mean, this is what I was going to talk about with C9 in a little bit, just a sneak preview, is a lot of mages, right? Like Sona, like a lot of mages are good, right? A lot of not marksmen are good. Like SKT ran Yasuo AD carry.
Sneaky and Reckless have both not played a marksman.
I know. Teddy played Yasuo at least one of the games, right? Like
there have been 2 Yasuo picks in 4 bans. I don't know why. I feel like it's garbage.
Honestly, bot lane, it's not that bad, right? Like, it's actually sleeper good.
Oh my god, that's 100% win rate.
Yeah, I think Ezreal's pickable, which I believe IG picked in their win against AHQ. I think Ezreal's a little... I mean, just you're going to have to go for late, and we've talked about this before, but they kind of gutted the AP, so you're going to have to be careful with your spread or whatever.
Yeah, Ezreal's late game is definitely not as strong as it was.
But it's not bad.
It's not bad,
by any means.
This
and you actually do more damage in the mid game with AD Ezreal. It feels that way anyway.
Well, it's because you scale better with AD, and you don't have to like reinvest into AP when you're trying to do that AP route. You get a linear flow of AD if you keep doing that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, like I think that like so if you could pick Xayah, I think you should definitely be picking Xayah.
There's been a lot of Xayah Rakan.
It's because it's still the best, and not only is it the best because they were literally made to be played together, they're the best because Xayah is one of the best bot lane champions in the entire game right now.
It looks like the 2 best bot lanes that they keep playing against each other a lot is Xayah Rakan and Kai'Sa Nautilus. Those are the 2...
Kai'Sa Nautilus is an insane bot lane.
Yeah, those are the 2 biggest bot lanes that they've been playing, and it's just like it's that over and over and over again. If they're not playing mages, if they're not playing Garen Yuumi, it's that over and over and over again, and everyone's just letting it happen because it's just
Garen Yuumi. I think is not actually a good bot lane. By the way, I think it's just like fine.
I think
there's a Thresh game from HKA, Yasuo over Khan from G2.
Yeah. So
Garen Yuumi.
I will posit Garen Yuumi with this. It has played 1 legitimate game. 1. And it lost. All the other 3 games that it's gotten played, I do not count as legitimate games. I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
Why don't you count them as legitimate games?
How about you look at the matchup? It's C9 versus Griffin into Tom Kent Sona. I don't count that. It's C9 versus HKA into wait, did C9 play it? No, Unified played it. He's on HKA. Into Heimerdinger. I don't count that.
C9's bot lanes have been, well, I know Sneaky's picks have been Cassio, Heimer, Sona.
Then Fnatic put it into Clutch Gaming. I don't count that either. The only legitimate game was Fnatic versus SKT, and they lost to Kale. It's so bad and it's so abusable. I don't understand why people think this is good.
It's probably just hard to play against.
It's not! You just beat the shit out of it. You can play a melee matchup into it now. Like, what are they gonna do? Oh, I got slowed. Now Garen's right next to me and my support gets to whack on him too. What?
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough, dude.
He's just another front line for Yuumi to be attached to, and Yuumi isn't strong enough. Mind you, in the games Yuumi is in, she's getting most of the team's damage. Does the Game of Legends have a damage share?
I don't know.
No, it has percentage. It doesn't give me a damage share percentage, does it? No. But like in the times that I've seen it, Yumi's got like double the next highest champion in the game or on her team's damage. And it's just absurd how much damage this champion is doing, even in losses. And it's mostly because they're picking Garen and other champions who are meant to be like brawly and don't actually do a shitload of damage.
There was a Morgana ADC game, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Lost 3 Syndra ADCs with losses, 2 Vigar ADCs with losses.
Oof.
Actually, Sneaky was the only Cassio bot and it lost. But I mean, honestly, I think that the ADC meta right now is actually legitimately just like Kai'Sa and Xayah the top tier. Then it's like Garen or Ezreal, to be honest.
I don't think he's legitimately that high. I think that teams will pick that.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what is actually that good.
Yeah, that is their priority.
Because Garen would be way lower than other shit, but there's like other shit that's not getting picked for lots of reasons, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know why more marksmen aren't getting brought up. Though, to be fair, Tristana is being played solo lanes.
Yeah, so, she only has one game bot and it was a loss.
I don't know why we aren't seeing Kindred in the jungle with Garen Yuumi bot.
I don't either, but
I like that. Just seems like an easy way. And maybe if they can get Kiana against Renekton, but I don't ever see that happening because, dear lord, does that matchup blow?
Did you say they were banning Caitlyn and Sivir?
Were they banning Caitlyn and Sivir?
Isn't that what you said earlier?
I don't think I said that.
Oh, I thought you did. I don't know. I'm actually
on the presence chart.
That's what I'm surprised by. Is Sivir seems like generally useful.
Well, the problem is that it's not a lot of front to it's.
You know, you're right. Also, I'm really still angry that there's a
back team fighting.
I think you're right. I'm just mad that there's a Fiddlestick support that has a win.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I didn't like that. that needed to not happen, but it did. And here we are. Also, Poppy support got a win, by the way. I don't know. Hang on, who played this? Barrel and IG versus Damwon. Wait, hang on. Who did they play this into? They played Poppy Kai'Sa bot lane.
Can we not talk about this?
No.
Because it won, by the way.
I know it won, but it's so funny. Hang on. Oh my god, how did they win this?
I don't want to talk about this.
You don't like being depressed by...
No, we're moving on. The things you still want / think we should see. I think we should see AD carry buffs.
Yeah, I think we kind of we talked about that a little bit. I think we should see more AD carries.
Especially on extremely talented marksman players.
I want to see... I don't know. I guess I want to see Kindred because Kindred just looks, I guess, stronger to me. I feel like she should do well, especially if you want to run something else bot lane. But like, if you want to run something safe and defensive bot lane, you should probably be picking Kindred. If you're running Syndra bot, why aren't you picking Kindred? Like, come on. Like, I don't get it. Also, please stop running Syndra bot. It's really bad.
Yes.
It's 3 games and 0 win rate. Like, oh god, no. But I don't. Syndra being so high up on the ban list is just astounding to me with how poorly she's performed. She's won 1 game out of 6 that she's been played in. I don't know. I want to stop seeing Syndra in general, and I want to see more. I don't know. I always like seeing more tanks in the top lane just because I find that more fun to watch than anything else. Because front to back team fighting is what I live for. But who knows? Shen. I've been liking Shen. Shen's looked pretty decent to me, and I want to see more of him because he's a good answer to.
You just like playing Shen.
I don't know. I've been liking Shen recently, but I just think he's good. Also, I'm surprised there hasn't been more Fiora. Fiora seems like she should be getting up there too.
How about you? That.
Anything else you want to be seeing? No? I'm glad Silas is gone.
Me too.
Silas. Oh, and there's been 1 card this game. Only 1. Thank God there's only been 1 card this game. Oh, there's so many freaking awful junglers I don't like seeing. Yo, have you
and me both, buddy.
Have you been enjoying watching Lee Sin? Lee Sin's so much fun to watch.
Yes.
I love
especially when the person who's playing him is extremely good.
And like most of the junglers at Worlds are. Hey, do you know who's really good at Lee Sin?
Who?
Sven Skaren, Segway.
Zoinks, NA Team Focus, C9 snubbing Sven Skaren, and also, less importantly, not putting any fucking marksman player on a marksman.
So,
and by any, I mean the one they have.
So this is the section where we're going to talk specifically about North American teams. Guess we'll talk about them in group order. So we're going to talk about Cloud9 and how they subbed out Sven Skaren for 2 games. And lost both of them.
Yeah. Did they say why?
Okay, I can understand the first game because it kind of worked. The first game they subbed him out against Yankos, and Yankos went 1-4. I'll give you that. The second game, I don't know why you did that. That made no sense to me. Can we not sub out Sven Skaren when Lee Sin is in the meta and he's known to be a crazy good Lee Sin? Just a thought.
He is very good at Lee Sin.
So would you care to go in on the sneakers meme?
No, I just don't understand it, right? Like, he's a good marksman player. He's not the worst Sona player in, like, the world, right? Like, the Sona, if you had done 2 marksman games and then a Sona Kench game, I'd be like, fine, right? But, like, the Heimerdinger and the Casio, it doesn't make any sense to me. Just pick a different thing. Just pick another marksman, right? Like, there are other marksmen that are playable. Right, like maybe they're not as high tier as Zaya or Kaisa. I don't remember the bans those games, but they're pickable fucking marksmen, right? Even if they're not the highest tier, even if they're not the best front to back team fighters, like you don't have to just go head first into Heimerdinger and Casio. And like, I'm sure they did it because they thought it was good, right? But it just doesn't make sense to me.
So in the Heimerdinger game, they had 0 marksmen. Now this game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not like they put like if they were putting him on a thing like that when they had like Trist mid or top, or like Kindred in the jungle or something. I'm like fine, but like that wasn't that like.
But they won the Heimerdinger game, but at the same time,
that doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
Yeah, it's just like you won this against Hong Kong Attitude, who was running Garen Yumi, and no one gives a shit about Garen Yumi. It seems bad. It's played bad, and it's just I don't know. They had Renekton too, who was going crazy. Licorice has been amazing. Licorice has been insane this tournament.
He really turned it back on.
Oh my god, watching him try to hard.
Remember when people were worried about him?
Yeah, but watching him hard carry on Aatrox against G2, I felt so bad watching because I'm like, I've been there. I've done this thing. I've wiped out the team twice. Don't you dare. I've done this for you.
You've not done it for me, dude, because I've never lost a lane in my life.
You wipe out the enemy team twice by yourself, and your team still throws the game because you're playing Tristana and Casio. And the game ends in 24 minutes. This is also the game where Yankos went 0-4 or 1-4 early game. He ended 2-5-8. Jesus Christ. I have no words to describe how over the top side of the map for G2 was that game. And then somehow their bottom side of the map has a grand total of, what's that? 20-4. Their bottom half of the map was 20-4. Like, what the hell? Ugh.
We don't love that.
This is what happens when you run 2 late game scaling champions and win half the map. Like, I don't understand how they threw this hard, but damn, am I unhappy about this game? Please just pick a normal AD carry and a normal mid laner. They could have picked anything else. If they'd done anything else, I think they win this game, hands down. Because I think swapping out Cassio and Tristana, or even just switching them, would have done better than anything else. Did they ban Kai'Sa? Kai'Sa's not banned. Kai'Sa's not banned. Kai'Sa's not banned.
It just hurt me very badly to hear you say that.
Kai'Sa's not banned. I don't understand. Who makes these picks? We're not there yet, Haymont. Be quiet.
Yeah, Haymont. Why you snitching?
All right.
That's 2 topics from now. First, we gotta talk about Clutch Gaming and their issues with, let's call it consistency.
So, Clutch has an even lower win time than AHQ at 32 minutes.
Clutch hasn't won a game.
Yeah, neither is AHQ.
Oh, I misunderstood what win time means.
I'm sorry, I meant
game. You had to win a game to win time.
Okay, I meant game time. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
I didn't know you just got to have win next to your name out here.
They have picked Lucian twice. Why?
He's not that good right now.
He's not.
I think he's like gold tier.
Gold tier? I don't know about gold tier.
That's what Lalix had him on last time I looked.
I mean, solo queue and pro player different tiers, but sure. I don't know.
Lucian's a B+ tier with a 48% win rate in
they
solo
picked
queue.
Lucian with 0 bans on Xayah.
Do you know that Sivir is a D+ tier right now in solo queue?
Yeah, I can imagine that.
She's 2 above the worst. It goes Callista, Annie, Sivir.
LS on Suicide Watch.
Well, that's for bot laners only.
Trust me, he told them to play Annie.
I'm calling the police.
So,
she's an A-.
Kai'Sa and Xayah are not banned in
the game where they didn't pick Kai'Sa or Xayah.
In one of them, Kai'Sa is banned and Xayah was picked by the other team, and they stole Rakan, and they lost to Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank. How do you lose to Blitzcrank?
I'm just not happy anymore.
How do you lose to Blitzcrank with 2 dashes? I honestly, I was expecting to see DeMonte just get destroyed, but he's been okay. I don't think he's been amazing, but he's been okay.
Yeah.
He got eviscerated by Faker, but so would everybody else. I don't think Faker has not eviscerated anybody yet, and I expect him to continue. Now, here's my question. In their game versus SKT, why are we picking Vladimir? Who's picking Vladimir here? I don't get it. Why? Just why? What was the other pick that they had for him? They had Rumble, Gangplank. Why isn't Gangplank picked here? Gangplank's up. Why didn't they pick Gangplank? And so many problems.
I can't even turn my brain on.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't, I'll look at their team comp and I'm like, you know what would be better than this guy? The person's not banned. What were they gonna do? Counter Gangplank? I get it. Vladimir does counter Gangplank. Fine. Sure, whatever, but still. I'm just... Their picks have been everywhere. They even had Xayah Rakan this game. If they had Xayah Rakan and Gangplank and Kiana mid and Sejuani jungle, though I don't know why they're not running something else jungle. Sejuani feels like it's so out of date.
I don't think it's trash though.
I don't think it's trash, but it's like a
It's not
B-tier
optimal.
pick. Like there's so many other picks, and
It's not optimal, but I'm not like angry.
the only jungler who's banned is Elise and Skarner.
What other jungler was picked?
Lee Sin. And you could say Pantheon, but still.
You also could have picked Gragas.
I think you pick Sejuani over Gragas here because they have no other beef.
Fair enough, you dang old friggin' person.
But either way, they look like they're picking random shit, and they're playing for random shit. I don't like it at all. It just feels so disorganized that I want them to kind of. Oh, also their 10-minute thing has just been useless. Like going to Herald at 10 minutes is just like, no.
No, it's not that good.
It just hasn't been panning out. It's really predictable, and everyone's just beating them without giving a shit.
When you have one strategy.
I mean, it's not sure, but it's more like the old way TSM would always invade your blue buff because they'd always have a lead in priority, and they'd be like, we're going to use this to invade blue buff because it keeps happening, and they're really stupid and let it happen. But people aren't letting it happen that much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On to the shining light of NA. Team Liquid. I like how Team Liquid looks right now. Team Liquid's been looking fierce. Fierce might not be the word, but they've been looking confident to me. What do you think?
They've been looking the most confident of any NA team.
Confident.
They've also... I know what you said.
Oh, okay.
They've looked the most confident and probably confident. Like, C9 didn't look super incompetent, but there are just some questionable choices going on. TL looks the most solid bet for NA right now.
They actually have what was I gonna say? They have a really bad first tower percentage. Damn, they only have 33%. They only got first tower once, but I feel like the Impact has been playing like crazy. Smithy's been playing like crazy. Jensen's is a boosted monkey. Like, ugh. Jensen. There was one game that I thought he looked good, and it was the one against Damwon, where he got like a 4-man LeBlanc W and halved 2 people, and it basically won them that game. But beyond that, I don't know where Jensen has been, but he's not been on Team Liquid. I don't just.
That's a way to phrase that, yeah.
You know that Pobelter laughing meme, except more seriously?
I actually don't.
It's just it's a picture of Pobelter laughing in his, I think, Coast jersey, or no, it's just CLG jersey or jacket, just like on stage. If you Google it, you'll find it.
Oh yeah, this one's a classic.
It's that, but literally.
Yeah.
Besides that, bot lane's been looking pretty good. They lost to Fiddlesticks. That happened. We can blame them for that. I will blame them for that. How dare you lose to Fiddlesticks? I don't know why we were playing Galio, though. It worked.
For fun, dude.
It worked, but I don't really know why we were playing it. We played against Damwon. And I don't know, I guess, you know what, I guess it's pretty good because they were playing against Vladimir and Gragas and, what's his name? Vigar. So taunting those 3 targets is pretty decent. And taunting Alistar is pretty like, there's just a lot of champions you really want to taunt. It's not like the team's 4 marksmen, and taunting 4 marksmen does nothing but give them a target. Ugh.
Yeah.
I've been liking them. They seem to know what they want, and even in their loss to IG, I thought that was another one of the best games of the tournament. I wanted to see more of these 2 teams play against each other. I want to see less Fiddlesticks.
No, you don't.
I want to see less Fiddlesticks.
No, you don't, dude. We all want more fiddle in our life.
And
how am I gonna want
Jensen
anything other?
Step up. Please, if Jensen steps up, I think this team
No,
makes it out
He didn't do it
easy.
for C9. Why would he do it for TL?
Takes, my dude. Didn't he make?
Am I wrong?
No, because he made semifinals last year.
So what?
He made semifinals of Worlds last year on C9.
It wasn't him though. I don't know. It wasn't not fair enough. My memory's all fucking missed Echo Wars, dude. I don't know. That's all I got in
That's
my
my
fucking...
memory too, man. That's the best timeline.
It's the worst timeline. What do you...
Okay. We got a little bit of time to fill up here. Do you want to talk about the 10th anniversary shit?
I literally haven't. I've been so busy. I don't know what it is.
You didn't look at any of that shit we were talking about yesterday?
Dude, I don't know.
Did you at least look at the esports manager?
What is that?
It's esports manager.
Okay, Anthony. This is this new segment of the podcast where you inform me all the shit I ignored that you posted because I was busy.
Well, there's enough to do one a week for the rest of Worlds. There's so much shit that they put out. They put out an FPS game that they're working on. They put out a fighting game that they're working on.
An FPS?
They put out a card game that they're like near to done. It is probably launching early 2020. They put out an ARPG similar to Diablo and...
What's an... Oh. They also put out that champion.
And Path of Exile. Senna, the new champion Senna's coming out. That's dope. She's a marksman support. That's fucking crazy.
How do you know that?
Because they said she's a marksman support and she pulled out a gun and shot Lucian and made everyone think
didn't
she
shoot
betrayed
Lucian. She shot a shield, you bitch.
Right, but she made everyone think that she was betraying Lucian.
I know. I watched the cinematic.
I was
It was very good, and you're
like,
right.
oh
I'm gonna
my
play
God,
a lot of it.
she's shooting Lucian, and I fell right into that one. The TSM one didn't get me, but the Lucian one 100% did.
Listen, here's the thing. It is going to be my new main, but that's besides the point.
So I want to talk about the esports manager, and I'm a little unhappy that it's launching with the LPL because I'm not going to get to use any players that I actually know. It's all going to be like, okay, I'm going to put together Mata, Uzi. It's like, oh shit, I just made Samsung White from 2014. So... there's not much about this one. This is one of the ones where they basically just tease some images and put out a post about. But it should be like a lot of the other game managers. You've heard of Football Manager and no, you've never heard of Football Manager.
No, I actually literally don't understand what this is.
It's just like a tycoon game for sports leagues.
Oh, cool. That sounds fun, and I'll actually play that.
I don't know. I don't know if there's an NBA one actually. I don't think there is.
I mean, I do fantasy sports, but I don't do like.
No. That's something else. I think back when they were talking about making fantasy, they were talking about how they were thinking about making their own thing, and also talking to other people about making a different product, and how they couldn't really find anyone to match up with them. So now they're doing all three of those things, where they're making this game, they're making their own fantasy, and they're working with other parties to make fantasy. So instead of doing one thing, they're doing all of them, and I'm just like, where did this budget come from? So I'm excited to manage some LPL teams and become a Chinese millionaire, like everyone else. This is an apolitical podcast. Just saying. The card game. There's actually a lot of footage about the card game because they gave a bunch of YouTubers a pre-build, and it looks really far along, and it looks pretty interesting to me. And if it's a lot less RNG based than Hearthstone, I'm all for that, because the RNG in Hearthstone is what mostly turned me off. So that to the point where. Well, it's not even just the RNG; it's the card grinding. So
yeah, no, it's really difficult to. I stopped playing Hearthstone a while ago, a couple of years ago, because I didn't have the money. Well, it's not that I didn't have. I didn't want to sink money into the game.
Yeah, you don't want to spend $400 to get up on
every couple of months.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to spend 4 hours a day minimum, so that by the halfway through, right, like I could finally have a good deck, and then the meta changes.
And it's like half your deck's garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it was very frustrating.
This is what I think is a big difference between CCGs and TCGs, like Magic and Hearthstone, is that in the paper Magic, I own this card. This card has a value to it, and I can sell it for that value, or any value that some moron wants to pay me for it.
That's not quite how it works, but
I mean, that's how That's literally how this works. I own this thing and I can give it to whoever I want for whatever price I want.
But the price doesn't stay stagnant, right? Like
I'm not saying it doesn't. It is like a stock more than it is
yeah.
like
So like
paper
I
money.
used to play a lot of Magic too, and what would happen is I would have a deck and it would work around one card combo, and then one card gets banned. Half the cards in that deck are now worth a couple pennies instead of the $30, right? Or like not 30, but like instead of like the $4 or $5, right? Like one card just gets changed, or the new set comes out, and then like you would frequently end up having paid much more for decks than you could get from them after they were good.
I just like yeah, you do have to sell them when they're relevant, otherwise their price.
But then you
falls
aren't playing them when they're relevant.
I mean,
which is the problem.
Yeah, which you can kind of say, but people do like make a living out of buying and selling Magic cards, which I find absurd, to be honest. But still,
it's just like
it's a very core difference to like TCGs and CCGs, where I don't feel like I really own any of these things in Hearthstone because I can't do anything with them. I can't like take these cards and play like two-headed giant or whatever that legacy game mode is where you play with massive decks and it's like a giant thing. EDH, yeah, that. So like having that versatility is good, is something I like, and taking out the massive amount of RNG and the massive amount of like grinding to get the cards that you want or need, like, because sometimes you need cards to be competitive. I'm sorry, but that's a fact, and that's stupid. Like that, if they can fix that, I'd actually probably play this game a lot. Wow, League of Legends mobile and console. I've actually been saying that League of Legends should be on console for a while now, but I wasn't saying that you should do it with a controller. I was saying that you should do it with a keyboard and mouse. And just say fuck a controller. But because they both, my PS4 has 2 USB inputs. Like,
coward.
I don't know. I would have just been like, yeah, let's make it run on there and it works. But for League of Legends specifically, there's so many problems with how the game is like constructed engine-wise that it would be such a chore to put it on console. I am also 99% sure they are using Unreal Engine for all of their new games. So that means it's going to be very easy for them to keep up and support. But that's most of it. There's an animated series, a Netflix documentary. They started a new charity. Earth's back. The season 10 changes.
Gotta clarify.
OG Earth, you're right. With bands, not pure blind pick like it used to be.
No, we can. Disappointing, but still fair.
I mean, you gotta give them a little bit. What else is there?
I'll give them nothing until they give me everything. No.
There's a new board game that they didn't talk about that they just showed, which has like 5 or 6 pucks, like on a little velvet thing that you move around. It looks like a little thing you'd carry around to parties. Mm-hmm. Which honestly, if that thing's like $20, I'll probably buy it. That sounds fun.
Fair.
All their music is on Spotify. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, it looks like a crazy future for Riot Games, especially after Blizzard just turned out to be a Chinese shill.
Stop.
It's just amazingly happy timing for Riot Games. You gotta say.
Yeah, but we're not getting into this. How about you just take us on home, bud?
Okay, I'll take us on home.
Can you turn this goddamn car around and take me home, dude? I don't want this.
That'll do it for this week on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can probably catch us, I think, on Monday, actually, next week. You good for Monday?
Sure.
Okay, Monday at 7 next week. That should be the end of play-ins. Should be end of group stage. We'll have our playoffs decided at that point, barring anything weird happening.
I'm not gonna have my playoffs decided until after playoffs, dude, and then I'll get it 100% right.
So you can check the VODs on my YouTube channel.
Am I wrong?
And have a nice day.
Have a good one.